Spaceship Made of Sand, The Magical Journey of Oliver and His Sand Castle. One sunny afternoon, a boy named Oliver went to the beach with his family. The sand was warm beneath his feet, and the waves whispered secrets as they lapped against the shore. Oliver loved building sand castles, and today he had a special plan. With a small bucket, a shovel, and his imagination, Oliver set to work crafting the grandest sand castle he had ever built. As the hours passed, Oliver's sand castle grew bigger and more intricate. He carved tall towers, deep moats, and tiny windows. He even made a small flag out of a seashell and a piece of seaweed. But what Oliver didn't know was that the sand he was using was no ordinary sand. It was enchanted sand, filled with the magic of the sea. Just as Oliver placed the final seashell on top of a tower, something amazing happened. The sand castle began to shimmer, and the towers started to grow even taller. The walls became solid, and the windows sparkled like stars. Before Oliver's eyes, the sand castle transformed into a magnificent spaceship, shaped like a grand castle, but with wings and a gleaming dome on top. Wow! Oliver gasped, stepping back in amazement. The spaceship hummed softly, and a small door opened at the base. With his heart pounding with excitement, Oliver climbed inside. The interior was just as magical as the outside, shiny walls, glowing buttons, and a comfy seat that seemed to fit him perfectly. As soon as Oliver sat down, the door closed, and the spaceship began to rise from the sand. Oliver's sandcastle spaceship soared into the sky, higher and higher until the beach below looked like a tiny speck. The spaceship glided smoothly through the clouds, past flocks of birds, and even a rainbow. Oliver could hardly believe his eyes. He flew past the moon, where friendly moon rabbits waved at him, and around bright stars that twinkled and danced in the sky. After what felt like hours of exploring space, Oliver guided the spaceship back to Earth. The spaceship gently landed back on the beach, right where it had started. As Oliver stepped out, the spaceship began to shimmer again, slowly turning back into the sand castle it once was. But this time, it was even more beautiful, with tiny lights glowing from within. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of pink and orange, Oliver knew he had just experienced something truly magical. He promised to come back to the beach and build another sand castle, hoping that the enchanted sand would bring him on another incredible adventure. With a big smile on his face, Oliver returned to his family, keeping the secret of his sandcastle spaceship in his heart. And as the waves gently touched the shore, Oliver looked back at his sandcastle, knowing that every grain of sand held a world of possibilities.